Do you approve of Obama's second term in office?
Well, I'm always open to a president getting a second chance, although did he really deserve it? I'm on the fence about that.
I feel like his second term could have maybe gone just a little bit better, considering that he already did have a first term where he had stuff to go through that he already would have known all the protocols for being president of the United States.
I mean, some of the United States felt like he was a good president, some didn't. But for those who did, I guess that gives them like another opportunity to have a while of something that they like, a good life for them.
Do you support the legalization of marijuana in the state of Colorado?
Personally, I'm not a smoker, but if it does help the economy, our own personal cash flow, you could say, then by all means.
Recreational use of marijuana, I feel like it is a very bad thing, considering that there have been numerous events where there has been people driving underneath the influence of marijuana, and I feel like we don't need anything more that can impair people's driving.
To be honest, I don't concur because I don't smoke myself. I'm a child. But for those who are like responsible with it, yes, yeah.
And do you support Obamacare or national health coverage?
I've heard a lot of bad things about Obamacare, especially that they don't cover a lot of vast amount of injuries, as well as just giving just about everyone free health care. It's something that does drive up.
I would say some factors of Obamacare are better, and some things could be written better.
I don't know how that all works. I'm still a child. I don't do all that. So, I don't know.
And lastly, in 2011, Obama ordered all U.S. military forces out of Iraq, thus ending the war. Do you support this?
Yes, we should do all we can to try and stay out of wars.
Although it is great that we got soldiers out of there, especially our own people, I feel that whatever we did ended up hurting us more, because from that ISIS came and much more terrorist threats because we didn't really keep on pushing all that hard.
I feel like the one view of him getting everybody out would be a good idea, because we get people out of the Middle East, which would lower tensions across the world with the Middle East, which would be a good thing since U.S. basically started that and has been in a screwed up situation overall. But then I can also see the bad part, how U.S. theoretically hasn't fixed/cleaned its accident that it has created.
Are you in favor of letting Syrian refugees into the United States?
Yes.
I am, yeah.
Yes, to a degree. I think there should be some level of regulation, background checks, things like that, a little bit of evaluation, but no, I'm not opposed to it at all.
How do you feel about gun control?
I think it's fine. Like, I mean, we can own what we want, when we want.
I feel like we don't have enough of it in our country specifically.
I feel like it's good to have a degree of gun control. Background checks, for sure. It should be regulated, definitely, but I don't think that gun control is necessarily the solution to reducing the amount of gun violence that happens in the United States.
Do you feel that the Second Amendment was meant for citizens of the U.S. and troops, or just the troops?
I feel like it was meant for just troops, but I think it should be meant for citizens, yeah.
It was meant for everybody because we follow all amendments, so why shouldn't that apply for us as well?
Definitely meant for citizens as well. And I believe that its intention was to protect its citizens in case some sort of state of emergency. so citizens could take up arms. But I don't think it was meant for citizens to arm themselves against each other.
And do you agree with Colin Kaepernick's actions during the national anthem?
I do, because everyone has a right to what they believe. I feel the way he addressed it in public probably wasn't the best, but yeah.
Yeah, because like we all, like as Americans, we have the right to express ourselves like the way we want to express ourselves, and, like.
I personally don't agree with it, but I support his right to do what he did, to speak freely and to try to get his message out there. And I think, frankly, it's a bit ridiculous how some of the fans have reacted to it, because there have been a lot worse stuff going on in the NFL. People who have been charged of rape and beating women, and there's not nearly as much backlash from that. And I think it's...
And do you think that Ryan Lochte's actions made other countries view the U.S. differently?
Yes, because like the athletes are like a direct image of us. So if we sent over like either like a homeless guy, and then like he's like, oh yeah, that's who we are, as opposed to like some like athlete who's like really good at what they do and like they take it very seriously. And I feel like you lying about something for like your own benefit kind of like inflicts our views as that like that as well.
Definitely, because we already have so many negative connotations about us that going to a different country and then accusing of their own citizens, like accusing their own citizens of something, you know.
I don't think so, and if it did, then that's wrong, because judging an entire culture, an entire demographic based on the actions of one person, I think that's wrong.